friends. Welcome back to Live at the Roxy on this Friday, December 9th. Friday. Got to get down on Friday. It is the 9th of December, which means that it's my 9th day in a row going live on the show because we are going live for every single day of all of December. I changed my phone to night mode this week because I hear it's better for your eyes. This shit sucks. Whoever likes night mode, maybe at night, trying to fuck with it, and it's like, oh my God, it's just making everything hard. That's what she said. So we're talking about several things on this Friday evening. I hope you guys are off of work, getting ready for your weekend, a little R&R, or if you're like me and you work weekends, that you find something fun to do. I have 2 birthday parties this weekend. Tonight I have a friend of mine from AfterBuzz back in the day, and tomorrow I have Winston. It's Winston's birthday tomorrow. And then I'm working every single second in between. So, yes, it will be a weekend full of work and debauchery and you guys, because I'll be here or a day. And on Sunday, I'm going on a date. And then I'm doing the World Girls. So, all over the place. Here are things that are going on, not in my life, but in the world of entertainment news. Some good, some bad, some in between, but all entertainment related. Elton John is leaving Twitter. Peace. Peace out, Boy Scout. I'm not on Twitter anymore, he said. I'll read you guys the exchange he had with Elon Musk, who was like, but I love your music. Oh, do you, Elon? Do you? Nick Carter was sued for sexual battery. I don't know if I'm allowed to say those words on here. I know we can't say the R word on here. Otherwise, it blocks your video. But that's what he's being sued for. So I don't know how you get around saying that. I'll be speaking about that. R. Kelly dropped an album called I Admit It, and he's claiming he actually didn't drop this album. While he is currently in jail, this album came out today. It was on Apple Music and Spotify. Then it was pulled off of Apple Music and Spotify. The last 3 songs are all about, I didn't listen to them, but supposedly or allegedly are all about the accusations against him. I can't even call them alleged. He's convicted. But he's like, I guess his team's saying he didn't put out this album. What? It's like OJ, but OJ put out that book and R. Kelly didn't put out this album. Very confusing. And in case we need some good news today, just another reason to stan Adam Sandler. I fucking love that man. So, no, apparently he didn't admit it in the song, even though the album's called I Admit It. He apparently doesn't admit it in the song. He says the opposite. He says that the charges are BS. Do not know. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Like I said, I'm going live every day for all of December so that you guys don't have to do this fucking crazy month by yourselves. I'm here showing up, supporting you. Hopefully you guys can show up and support me. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. I've talked to you guys all about all the things recently, but times have been a changing and times have also been a rough. So if you are in the holiday spirit, the spirit of giving, then please show support, show up, show out. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Streamlabs is better than Super Chat because Super Chats take 50-ish%. They claim they take about 30, and that 30 is closer to 50. I know because I've been doing this for a minute. So, yeah. All right. Let's start by talking about let's start by talking about R. Kelly. We kind of just went into it. R. Kelly, he didn't confirm the release of this album, apparently. As you guys know, or I believe you know, he was convicted of producing child pornography and enticing girls he's already serving 30 years in federal prison for sex trafficking and racketeering. He has now been accused of and is on trial for and facing sentencing in February, I believe, for producing child pornography and enticing girls for sex. R. Kelly is seemingly one of the worst dudes out there. And R. Kelly had an album come out that is called I Admit It. And I Admit It is an album that his team is saying he did not give his clearance on. I don't know how this happens. He's currently serving 1 sentence. Maybe these are songs he recorded and somebody released them without his permission. He was previously, I believe, on Sony Music, and they are saying, not making a statement on this other than saying that they did not release this. Apple and Spotify put the albums out, then they took the albums down. I did not listen to this. I do not understand. I do not get it. I do not know anything that you guys don't know. I just think, huh? Like, make it make sense. How does it add up? You sang the songs and now they're out there and it's called I Admit It. So what happened between those steps? And according again to his reps, he's making no money off of this. And is that because nobody's listening? Or is that because you literally, somebody else is profiting off of your music? What do you guys think? Do you think that he's lying? Do you think that somebody went rogue? Do you think that he isn't profiting but just wanted his music out there and this is the stance that he's taking? Do you think that he is profiting? Do you think it's okay for somebody else to profit off him? Would we rather that than him profit off himself? Do you never want to hear R. Kelly's name ever fucking again, whether it's trapped in a closet or not? This man gives me the heebie-jeebie lemon sleebies. Like, what the actual fuck? You guys tell me. Again, streamlabs.com/RC Who is going to be the first Streamlabber of the day? Would love to hear from all of you. What is it you have to say on this December 9th? Hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. All right. That's R. Kelly. We can come back to him if you guys have any thoughts on that. In a different tone, but similar ickiness to talk about, Nick Carter is being sued for sexual battery. Those of you guys who remember, Aaron Carter died last month, the brother of Nick Carter. There is one woman coming out and saying that that back in the day that he sexually assaulted her on his tour bus. And in 2018, we know that he was also accused of sexual assault, and that was they decided to not move forward with that. The police decided not to move forward with that. On this case, there's also, I think there's a civil and a criminal case. There's also 3 other Jane Does involved. The woman gave an impassioned speech about what had happened, sobbing. The internet right now trending as I stand with Nick Carter. People are saying that this woman who is accusing him has a history of lying on the internet. I could not see anything that they're speaking about. Everybody kept tweeting it, but they weren't providing actual evidence. I haven't looked into the case enough to know what exactly the people on Twitter are referring to. Messy, I think, is the least of it word. Disturbing. I watched that video. Either this woman is, she seemed so fucked up over this. Either hand her a fucking Oscar or believe her, because this was like devastating footage to watch. So now there was supposed to be this holiday album of the Backstreet Boys that was released, and this special that was supposed to come out, I believe the network has canceled it or at least put it on hold. So yeah, I think that there's a lot of moving parts here. This is not going to be the last that we hear of this. Certainly not. If sexual assault took place, you're allowed to come out and talk about it at any time. You're allowed to remember what you remember at any time. You're allowed to feel comfortable coming forward at any time. I don't believe that timing ever should be something that makes or breaks a case in terms of all the time people, like with Kavanaugh, why are people coming forward now? That happens all the time in assault cases. Do I think that if I was this family, do I feel like a month after the death of his brother and right before a big album drop, do I think that I would be smart enough to know that people would question the timing of it because of that. Yeah, I feel like this is actually really so much so going to hurt their case, at least in the eye of public opinion, that this is when they are speaking. Doesn't mean the ball wasn't rolling months ago. And it doesn't mean that it sways my opinion of the case, but we know as people that we always hear people say, what about the timing? What about the timing? And I feel like on this one, especially, he has huge sympathy on his side from people because of the recent loss of his brother. I don't know. And obviously, maybe she isn't thinking about what's the smartest play. You shouldn't have to think like that when you are a survivor. But I feel like not great advice is being given here. Even though timing wise, probably the ball again was rolling way prior to this. I feel like maybe pushing things by 6 months could have been helpful in the eye of public opinion. So just seems like this is going to be a big, big issue. Curious what the networks know, how much information they have, why we are not going to be seeing these things. A lot of people were like, did you see what happened with Johnny Depp? That should show you networks that you shouldn't pull the trigger innocent until proven guilty. I think these things are very difficult. I hate the fucking people on Twitter under that hashtag, the way that they said, I stand with Nick Carter. The reason I hate the way that they're doing this is because they are all talking about like they live with him in a room with him at all times. They're like, Nick is so fucking great, though. Of course he didn't do this. We love Nick. He's so gifted. And it's like, how are y'all going to pretend you know what happened? That's crazy to me. I also think the fact that she's saying that it happened on the tour bus and she's giving a lot of specifics, those are things that are challenging to fake at times. And I'll be interested to see. Interested is a weird word, but I'm curious what happens with this lawsuit and what she is able to recount. I believe she suffers with certain illnesses. She talks about in her speech how he said nobody would believe her because of that. Yeah. Did you guys even see this before I'm bringing it up? Did you guys even see anything that I'm talking about? Or is this the first that you're hearing of it? Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Let me know what it is that you guys think about all of this. Ugh, I'm so tired of talking about this kind of stuff on the show, but it just seems to never, ever stop. And so therefore we talk about it because it is news. And yeah, interesting. Brandy says, I know all about the lawsuit, and then says, she's a friend of mine. She's autistic. I'm curious what your thoughts are on the situation, Brandy. You do not have to share if you don't want to. But yeah, that's in her speech. That's one of the things she said, that because she's autistic, he said nobody would believe her, and such. Jimmy said, I heard him passing today. And Ryan says, I saw articles about it yesterday. Yeah. Yeah. Robert said, had no idea about the current topic. What a holiday season so far, guys. What a holiday season. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Let's move forward. And again, if you guys have anything to say about these stories, Streamlabs it in. I would be happy to share what your thoughts are. Elton John is leaving Twitter. I guess this is a little bit lighter, so it's a little bit lighter, so I'm happy to talk about it. Elton John put out a tweet, and it said, all my life, I'll just do it normal. All my life, I've tried to use music to bring people together, yet it saddens me to see how misinformation is now being used to divide our world. I've decided to no longer use Twitter, given their recent change in policy, which will allow misinformation to flourish unchecked. That's what he said. And then Elon Musk responded and said, I love your music. Hope you come back. Is there any misinformation in particular that you're concerned about? These are the responses on that. This guy Gordon wrote, Elton John leaves Twitter because of the Rocket Man, which was fucking hysterical. And Lindsay responded, take a bow, sir. And then Niche writes, It's probably another newly minted Marxist social media person with brain damage that posted this. Elton likely has nothing to do with what's posted on here. And Elon Musk responded to that and said, it's true that most celebrities don't write their own posts. More should. Way better to hear directly from them. Now I feel like they're like trying to entice Elton to respond, which is just so silly for so many reasons. Yeah. I mean, like, a lot of celebs are getting off of Twitter. I feel like in the last few days it's calmed down a little bit, but Elton John leaving is a big one. I wonder if he'll ever be back. I hear him on the fact that he spent his whole life trying to bring people together, and now Twitter is a place that rips people apart. It really is, has been for a long time, even prior to Elon. But the fact that misinformation is so easily to be spread there, and he said, is there any misinformation in particular you're concerned about? Yes, Elon, all of it. You can straight up say that the Holocaust didn't happen. Like, all misinformation, election misinformation, just misinformation in general. No shit, he's concerned about it. You're not making any sense. No shit. Obviously, like, which misinformation? It's not about which information, it's about misinformation. Elon, you fucking toad, man. Who's gonna be our first Streamlabser of the day, or are we gonna go another day without it all? Whew, you guys must be fucking hurting recently, just like me. How are we gonna get through this month, man? How are we gonna get through it? And we don't even just have to get through this month, we have to get through life. Okay, times they are charging. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider. Elton John, I hope you come back for our sake, but I hope you leave if that's what makes you happy. And I get it. I really, truly do. Okay, I believe you. Another thing is that I love Adam Sandler. If you guys didn't know, I'm obsessed with Adam Sandler. I write him into almost everything I work on. I love him. He's like just such a legend to me. I love his movies. I love his energy. I love his Jewishness. I love his everything. I love Adam Sandler. I hope you guys love him too, because otherwise you won't give a flying fuck about this story. But if you do even like Adam Sandler, I think you'll enjoy this story. And that's the fact that I can't believe this. Adam Sandler's, of all the celebrities, of every single celebrity, Adam Sandler is the one whose apparel was Googled the most this year. His style. Adam Sandler had the most Googled celebrity style of 2022. And if you saw people on social media for Halloween, you kind of get it. Truly, I watched people on Halloween dressed like Adam Sandler, and you knew it was Adam Sandler, and it's like, why do I know that's Adam Sandler? Because his style is so fucking all over the place. It was not Kim Kardashian or any of the Kardashians. It was not, I don't know, anybody, any fashionable anything. It was Adam Sandler. He had the most Google style of any celebrity. That's fucking crazy. This article is coming from Madison.com. They said Adam Sandler, the most Googled celebrity style of 2022. Brace yourselves, fashion lovers, because rather than a supermodel or stunning ingenue, it was funny man. Adam Sandler had the most Googled celebrity style of 2022, marking his second year in a row atop the search engine's annual trends report. And I have to tell you guys, I certainly did Google Adam Sandler's style this year. I did. Because when I saw everybody dressing up for Halloween, I wanted to look at it. A lot of people doing those shorts, a lot of big baggy shirts. It's a lot of Adam Sandler style. I know we run the gambit on the show and we're talking about lawsuits and people in prison and just shit things for the day. But I saw this and I smiled and was like, the rock stars deserve this. They deserve this smile. The fact that Adam Sandler was victorious over anybody who owns a fashion company, any of the celebrities that are like fashion icons, give it to him. I hope he makes an impassioned speech about this. Did you guys see recently an amazing video of him accepting an award and using his kids writing the speech and reading it? This man is so great. The basketball shorts, the whole fucking thing. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. We have our first of the day, and I will take it. I'm so grateful. Our first and only from Redford, Reddington, who didn't even say anything. He just sent a little support, and that means the world to me. Another day, another bit of support from Redford. Thanks, Redford. Appreciate you, my dude. And thank you to all of you for being here on this Friday evening with me, whatever coast, whatever country. I'm just grateful you're all rock stars. And here, yup, it's all about Adam Sandler. That's it, my loves. What are you doing this weekend? Anybody doing anything fun? I hope you are. Like I said, tonight I have a birthday party. It's pajama themed, but I'm supposed to go out afterwards. So I'm trying to wear pajamas that also I could go out in. I don't know how I'm going to succeed on that. And then tomorrow, Winston is doing this like such a crazy extravaganza for his birthday. He really goes all out. So I'm going to pop by at some point, but I have to get so much work done tomorrow. And then Sunday, I'm going on a date. We'll see how it goes. It's a daytime date because I have work at night. I haven't been on a daytime date in a minute. We'll see. We shall see. All right, my friends. So much love to all of you guys. And I mean it. And shout out to all of you who have been here today. Mike and Joseph and Jimmy and Manny and Brandy and Sam and Al and Stabworthy, Robert, Ryan, Cena, Mark, John, Spidey, Sam, and everybody else. I appreciate you all. Stay safe, stay sane, put down the toilet seat and live. We don't want those buffoons. Don't trend with the Holocaust. Justice for all the people who lost their lives due to excessive force. My body, my choice. We're everywhere on the rainbow. We love you. Shout out to Scott Welsh for that support. He said not at work, so just sending some support. Really appreciate you. My second stream loud of the day, and I shall take it. Big shout out to Redford also, and to Muhammad and everybody in here. We stand with the women of Iran. And golden sparkles for our guy, Glenn. We're rooting for you. We're thinking of you. We love you. We hope you are on a quick road to recovery. So much love, friends. And I will see you tomorrow live at the Roxy. Later.